Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're spending a slow day in the studio making the last few June Happy Mail kits. I'll take you behind the scenes as I fill tiny watercolor palettes, pack everything together, and share some inspiration behind this beachy kit. And then at the very end we'll use one of the little palettes to make a tiny painting together. But hey, if we've not yet met, I'm Brenna Delane, an artist and journaler. And before we dive in, I just want to say you'll see these 6 color palettes throughout the video, but they are not in the June kit. So let's clear off the desk and get going. I decided to make this video because I realized I had a few bits and bobs left over from making the June kits, and I wondered if I could make some more. So I knew I had to pull together a few more items, and that was the mini watercolor tin that I made for this kit. And later in the video, you'll see me hand punch some confetti for the kit as well. A while ago, I wanted to do a beachy theme for Happy Mail, and so I decided watercolor was the best medium to convey the nostalgic quality that I wanted to bring to the kit. To me, watercolor is, more painterly and a little bit of like an abstract version for most of us. You can do realistic stuff with watercolor, but it's really hard. So for me, I just felt like watercolor was the perfect medium to convey this kind of abstract, nostalgic way of seeing the world. Every kit I try to bring a different vibe. So these are the little palettes that are in the kit. The 6 color, like I said, is not, and I don't know what I'm going to do with those 6 color ones yet. But anyway, I'm just waiting for the hot glue gun to heat up so I can create some more of these little 3 color guys. They are so cute and I am so excited about it. And like I said, at the very end, I use this to create a painting. So stick around till the end if you would like to see that. It's editing, Brenna. I just wanted to pop in here because something's kind of occurring to me as I'm editing this and thinking through this. So what's kind of happening in me is that I'm realizing that Happy Mail isn't really about the stationery. Yeah, so even though it's a stationery subscription, I just think that Happy Mail is becoming, for me, much more about a creative lifestyle. And I'm still figuring out exactly what I mean by that, but I just wanted to drop that in here. There's nothing like some good old repetitive work, LOL. No, but really, I really enjoy, this kind of repetitive tasks. And that's something that's been true for a long time for me. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Like I said a little bit ago, the inspiration behind this kit came to me in the form of a vibe of summer, but at the beach and at any time. So it's kind of hard to explain, but basically I just knew I wanted this kit for June to be, the name actually came through pretty early. Seaside Sketches is the name of it. But I just felt like nostalgia was the quality that I wanted to represent visually. And so, yeah, the inspiration came from Pensacola Beach, the beach where I live. And I took some photos of the beach and incorporated those into the kit. And I also just visited the beach many times while making this kit. And so that is definitely the main inspiration, was definitely Pensacola Beach. And then it was cool to, over the months since it's been out, I have seen how people have been using it, and that has been such a delight. Somebody actually made a reel about this kit, and whenever that's happened, it's made me so intensely joyful because I love people sharing their creative journey. That is why I do this. That is why I am making these, is to help people to connect with their own creativity. So whenever people share what they're doing with the kits, it just makes my whole day, my whole month, my whole year so great. So anyway, and this process required some patience because I had to fill up the pans halfway and let the paint dry a little overnight, and then I filled them up the rest of the way. So here I am just filling up the first half of all the little paint pans. And I did source the paint pans and the watercolors from Hobby Lobby. I went when it was on sale and got stuff, so that's where I got it. It's actually Master's Touch brand, I believe. So yes, that is where I sourced my paints this time. Leave a comment if you wish. I'd love to hear from you. Do you ever mess around with watercolor? What's your favorite medium? I would love to hear about it in the comments. And as you can see, I'm filling up a few of these, but I didn't know at this point how many I was actually going to be able to create into June kits. So I just made 4 because I figured that would be the max that I would be able to make, but I wasn't sure exactly. But I just decided to go for it because that's sometimes what I do. And yes, so here are 4. I need to let them dry overnight, so that is what I'm going to do. So this is my watercolor tin, and as you can see, I'm adding a few more pigments to it because I wanted the secondary colors as well as the primary colors. So primary, of course, is red, yellow, blue, but secondary is orange, purple, green. So I added those here, and also one of my subscribers is my mama, so she got one of these, and I also went over to her house and added 3 extra pans to her tin. But like I said, I made these not knowing exactly how many I would be able to use for the kits, but I just went ahead on and made them. So here they all are. They're now gonna rest and get ready to be filled the rest of the way. Okay, so another update from future Brenna. That's me. Anyway, so it ended up that there was enough items left over from making the June kits to make 2 more. So I'm making 2 more. And one of them I'm going to keep because I destroyed my first kit. It's gone. It's literally gone. It was one of my favorite kits that I made. It was March, June, in September are like my favorite kits. They're so good. Anyway, so yes, just letting y'all know there's just like a few of these left, but yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm excited because I was able to make a couple more, and yeah, I did get to keep another one. So yay, tiny flag. So here I am the next morning, just filling the half pans up the rest of the way. And one thing I wanted to say about this kit as well is I hope when someone opens this kit, they feel delight and they feel inspired to create. And a little behind the scenes tidbit, whenever I first came up with the idea for the kit Seaside Sketches, I thought I would be moved out west when I made this kit, but then our move got delayed, and it felt perfect because, you know, it was a beachy kit and I'm by the beach, so I got to do the beachy kit before we moved, which worked out perfectly. But here you can see I'm just gathering some supplies to make some confetti because I love doing a hand punch confetti in all the kits. And it's just one of those handmade elements that I think makes the kit really special. And I love punching the confetti. It is so fun. So it's slow going at first, but eventually I get into a flow with it, and I punch out some vellum and some paper confetti. And again, like I said earlier, Happy Mail has become about a creative lifestyle and less about a stationery subscription. It's about pausing and noticing things, the art of living, and using the good stickers. So I'm just so delighted to have subscribers for this Happy Mail that I can send out every month. And if you would like to join us, there's a link below so you can check out more info. But it's a monthly subscription, so you get monthly kits until you cancel. And they're always a new theme every month. So that's how I choose to do it, with a new creative adventure, a new call for adventure every month. So Seaside Sketches is just one of our amazing themes, but there are actually 14 themes total to choose from, and even the older themes are online now. They didn't used to be, so that's kind of cool. After confetti and half pans, it was time to wait again until the next morning, and then I could actually put together the rest of the June kits. So I go ahead and get all of the ingredients out for the kits so that I can lovingly pack them. I really enjoy the process of packing kits. It makes me so happy, as so many parts of this Happy Mail journey do. And I'll walk you through. So there were some color wheels that I had made. So those go in with the watercolor set. And then the sleeve is double-sided, so it has an image of the beach on the inside. There are sticker and ephemera packs and art prints. And here are the collage packs. Every month you get collage paper and stickers, and then the bonus items change. So the mini watercolor set, of course, was a bonus item. I always like including really fun stuff for the packaging, so you can see some shells there. And then the other bits and bobs that go with the watercolor. We also did a sea glass inspired gem pack this month. And my idea for that was to hot glue the gems onto the watercolor tin. I haven't done mine yet, but I intend to. So anyway, here's the sleeve that it all kind of fits into. And June was the first month that I did a sleeve such as this, but I really like the way it turned out. I think it makes the kit look super profesh, and you can reuse the packaging because I did some imagery on that back side, so you can cut it out or just glue it into your journal or what have you. So every month you get a sticker and ephemera pack, as I said, and this month the envelopes are handmade, which was so fun to make those. And then the collage pack is the other piece, along with the art print that happens every month. And then, like I said, this month we have these awesome gem packs, the watercolor tin, and then confetti shells, and the little paintbrush. And then I got this really cool aspen bark as a packaging piece as well. So here are all the elements from the kit. Every time that I pack kits, I always wonder whose hands they will end up in. It's kind of interesting making something with my whole heart, but not knowing where it will end up. And like I said earlier in the video, this month somebody did make the coolest reel about using this kit, and that made me so happy. Recently also there was a reel made by somebody about a March kit, so it's always so fun to see in the community what people are doing with these. It's one of my favorite parts of Happy Mail is the community aspect, because the subscribers receiving these, continually tell me that it's one of the most joyful little rituals in their home. And so I just love that it's reaching more people these days, and that makes me really happy. The other thing I wanted to mention is that you do not have to be an artist to get a lot out of Happy Mail. Some of my subscribers do not identify as artists, but we're human beings, so we're all creative. It's buried down there somewhere, our creativity, that is. So uncovering it can be a process, and learning to listen to the small voice within that tells us about how our creative process should be. That's quite a undertaking, but I think that the more we cultivate our creativity and living a creative life, the easier it becomes. And these kits really just allow people to let go of having to seek out all the supplies and the opportunity to create, like that is created for you with these kits. You have matchy supplies. You have an opportunity every month to sit down and make something with yourself. And that, to me, is a beautiful invitation that can be regulating and grounding, and it can just help us to sort out our feelings and how we're really doing. So I think that a creative life is one worth living. And I absolutely love, like I said, hearing how subscribers and others who have received the kits are doing with these kits and what they're getting out of it. So it is pretty cool to hear that stuff. So here we have it, a finished June kit. I'm going to do another one really quick and then show you the painting that I made. I set up the camera a little bit when I was painting, so look forward to that in just a moment. But yes, there are just a few more June kits available on the website. Check out the description box below if you would like to receive one of these. Like I said, I hope that when you receive yours, you feel delight and inspired to create something with this adorable mini watercolor tin and all the other things in the kit. So here I am using a mini watercolor leaf that comes with the kit as well. And again, the kits come with 3 colors. I made mine all souped up and extra and added the extra colors. But in the June kit, you get the primary colors, which again are red, yellow, and blue. So you could mix the colors that you see here. But anyway, just wanted to mention that. So this is one of my go-to images that I love drawing and painting. I love drawing and painting the figure. And I think that the human body can be so expressive and say so many different things. So I chose to create a vibey, figurative painting, and you'll see I add a little something to the background to make it look kind of like a portal that this person is coming through, this being is coming through. So that made me feel good. I really like expressing whatever, and this is how it came out today. I didn't really plan it out, I just went for it. So in the background, I mixed a darker color and added a bit of texture that I wanted to kind of look like yarn. So you'll see that in a second. And if you're still here watching, thank you so much for being here and watching till basically the end. I appreciate you so dang much. And if you like this video, give it a like. It always means a lot when you do. And you can leave an artist paint palette in the comments to let me know you made it till the end. When I thought about filming this, I was honestly like, is anyone gonna care if I'm like filling up little watercolor tins? But honestly, I think that these are the moments in the studio that I really want to remember, the little moments that could easily be forgotten, but this slow, creative life that happens on an ordinary day. And it's not like painting a masterpiece, although I did really like the painting that I made. But anyway, it makes me happy to be able to share this, and I hope it inspires you to stay in your own creative life. So here is the finished painting. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and I'm also happy to have you here to follow along the journey of these June kits. It's been real fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!